Hello everybody and welcome to Football Talks. We are going to be doing we're looking at doing a midday sort of roundup show of all news Premier League. We're going to find out off you guys, so get into the comments section. First of all, I want to ask you about everything that works for you time-wise for this update show. Is it evening? Is it lunchtime? We're doing it on the lunchtime show today, so we're talking all the major topics going around in the Premier League. We're talking Arsenal, we're talking City, Liverpool, Trent for Liverpool, deal done. A host in Spain has pretty much confirmed that Trent is all but done. And Liverpool fans are going mental about it. Liverpool fans are not happy chappies right now. Arsenal, are they in a title race again after their win last night against Spurs? Talk to me, everybody, in the chat. Get your comments in on that as well. We're also talking about Mamouche and City spending and a few other things going on within the Premier League. We'll get all of your thoughts and all of your comments in on that from the live chat. Get talking to me. But first of all, we want to bring up Trent AlexanderArnold. By the way, make sure you have subscribed. Make sure you have given the video a like as well, everybody. Thank you. Let's get through this news. Let's get into the main talking points around the Premier League right now. Trent AlexanderArnold. And you may have seen it, you may not. If you are keen on social media, you would have seen this interview or this broadcast from a well-known presenter over in Madrid, apparently. I don't know who he is, but this is the reports anyway. A prominent TV presenter in Spain has strongly claimed that Real Madrid have already secured the signing of Trent AlexanderArnold this year and has refused to rule out the possibility of the deal going through before the January transfer window closes, and with Liverpool's price apparently having come to light. Liverpool's price for Liverpool for Trent AlexanderArnold, I don't know what that is, but what this presenter is saying is that the price has come out in all of this. The speculation, the talk about Trent AlexanderArnold and him moving away. What's he going to do? Where's he going to go? Apparently, this presenter has said that the price has come out. We read on, he says, the right-back has just months remaining on his Anfield contract, which officially expires on June 30th of this year. Having joined Liverpool as a 6-year-old way back in 2005, Trent AlexanderArnold has a long-running association with his homegrown club. Understandably, he has taken time to consider his next move, with Real Madrid lurking strongly. The Spanish Giants are already eligible to sign a 26-year-old as a free agent, passing that threshold on January the 1st, and having made it clear that the 33 times capped England star will be their major target going into 2025. But now, from the Madrid side of things, can't say this one. El Chicharito presenter Joseph Pedrerol I think I've said that right, has confirmed that AlexanderArnold and Real Madrid have closed an agreement for the star to join on a free transfer this summer. It's done, basically, he's saying in this article and in this piece. Do we need to talk about it anymore? Do we need to actually consider Trent AlexanderArnold staying at Liverpool? I don't think so. I think this one is set up pretty much. I think it's all nailed on right now. Look, we talked about this before on the channel. We've said, look, Trent really just looks like he's set. He's earmarked for Real Madrid. It's done. There's no way that he's not going to go to Real Madrid. Otherwise, he would have signed his contract. Liverpool tried an 11th hour offer for Trent AlexanderArnold. What was it? £78 million deal. A new contract for Trent was put on the table. I said at the time, I think this was about 2 weeks ago, I said Liverpool putting that contract on the table for Trent right now is them basically just saying, okay, we've tried. And the Liverpool fans can see that we've tried. And I think that's where it was going. That's where it was heading. I don't actually feel like Liverpool had any intentions of paying him $78 million. I think they'd have been taken back if they'd have got a yes from Trent AlexanderArnold from this. I just don't see this happening. I don't think that Trent is going to stay. And I think that was all just a big publicity stunt for Liverpool. This is done, and Liverpool fans are going mental about it. I've seen some tweets online from Liverpool fans saying Trent looks set for Real Madrid. He can leave. I think he can leave. Disloyal Rat, comments like this coming out. Not one player bigger than the football club. Where have we heard that before? I think that's at every big club, isn't it, to be honest? But yeah, that now looks from the Madrid side of things. And you know what Madrid are like? They really are. They're that team that you just don't like. They are. It's like when they feel like they come across like they feel like they just, it's like an obligation for a player to just want to go to Real Madrid. It's like you have to go to Real Madrid. If we want you, you will end up here. That's the aura that they've got. And this does look now way down the line. This is what would have happened with the likes of Lenny Yoro before they moved to Manchester United. One more year on, and this would have been the same scenario for him. This is what Real Madrid do. They've done it with plenty of players before. You only have to look at the likes of Rudiger, who's gone through. I think it was Alaba as well, was another player that went on a free. Real Madrid just waiting it out and making sure. That's all they do. Making it impossible for the player to say no. But yes, it does now look like it is a done deal. Trent is heading to Real Madrid, and that's the main headline there. Look, he played the other night. I think he'll play out the season. I think he'll win a title at Liverpool. I think he could win a couple of trophies, maybe, if they keep up their form. And then he could say bye-bye and sail into the sunset and live his life and his rest of his days out, or his footballing days out in Madrid. It's not bad, is it? It's not a bad life anyway. No football talk, badges. No, everything is coming, by the way, everybody. We are going to be getting the memberships running soon as well. We've had to just build the channel up to a certain level before YouTube allow you to do anything. But we are getting there. There is going to be more coming for the channel as well. So please do get the video up, give the video a like, get your comments in, comment afterwards after the show's finished on all of the topics. But this is pretty big. It is. Like Trent leaving, another big English star leaving the Premier League. Talking Rashford, you're talking Trent, you're talking Kyle Walker. Like all of the big English stars actually moving abroad right now. It's crazy what's happening. The Premier League was supposed to be the best. The be all and end all, like the best football, the most attractive football, the richest paid. No, it's not. Well, we'll see anyway, won't we, on that one? On to Manchester City. Yes, City. Them ones. Manchester City closing on a deal to sign Eintracht Frankfurt's and Egyptian's Omar Mamouche. Officials at Manchester City are closing in on an agreement with Eintracht Frankfurt for a highly rated and versatile Egyptian forward, Omar Mamouche. The Premier League champions could make the 25-year-old their third deal of the ongoing transfer window. With the arrival of two new central defenders expected to precede any movement with Frankfurt. Lens and Uzbekistan international, I can't actually say, Abdukar, let's just say this, Abdikadir Kuzanov, let's just call him Kuzanov, I think that's how you say it. I will get better at that one. His first name completely threw me out there. He's widely believed to be the most imminent of the deals to be completed, with the 20-year-old awaiting the approval of a work permit before undergoing the City medical this week. City have agreed a €40 million fee for the Lens player plus add-ons, with Victor Reis from Palmeiras is also en route to the UK to complete his deal for just short of $30 million. So when you add it up, you're looking in the region there of City spending approximately £130 million this January alone. And we've talked to it. We did a special show, go and watch it on the channel as well, about Pep Guardiola and how he is losing it. And how the master, or the so-called best-in-class manager out there in Pep Guardiola, has ran out of ideas. So what does the genius do? He just gets the club to throw another $150 million at him. I'll fix it. I'm sure anybody would have a decent chance if you actually threw that amount of money at them, wouldn't they? Like, wow, heaven forbid, he might try and make something work with the squad he's got, or try and make someone better. Best in class? I don't think so. It really is showing right now, I think, Pep Guardiola, what his whole career was all about, which is needing a hell of a lot of money to play the style of football that he wants, because he needs more and more footballers continuously all of the time. So, yeah, I get what he does and I get what his career is. Manchester City here in January, just spending another $100 million plus in the January window. Let's not forget that. Just goes to show that City really are struggling this season. Again, the other night against Brentford, 2-0 up, lost the lead. How many times have Manchester City in the past lost leads? under Pep Guardiola. It's unheard of what's happened this season. And there is an element, I think, of panic in Manchester City's ranks right now. And by the way, there is no release clauses, no relegation release clauses in any of these transfers that are coming in. So City, again, feeling very, very confident about getting off on all of these PSR charges from the Premier League. So really interesting times ahead as to seeing how Manchester City actually do with these charges, what happens with them, if anything does come of them, because right now they do look very confident, and it's normal business as usual for City. It really is. Leo says we always give Madrid our best players. I wouldn't be surprised if they have first refusal on them all. Saying that, yeah. Definitely. Madrid is a beautiful city. Liverpool, on the other hand, says Tom. Yes. At least we got money for Bex and Ronaldo. We did. Upwards of over 100 million for both of them, wasn't it, for United? Some of our biggest sales, them two. Say it one more time, please. Say it one more time, Adam, please. No, I'm not, actually. Do you know what? I'm going to try it one more time. Let's go. Are you ready? Uzbekistan International. Abdulkadir, let's just say Abdulkadir. I'm going to go Abdulkadir Kusanov. That's what I'm going. That's it. Abdulkadir Kusanov. I'm just going to keep saying Kusanov. There you go. I tried it again. You know I'll get better after the first attempt anyway. So next time we're talking about him, and it may be on a watch-along or something like that. God knows how these commentators cope, like seriously, with some of these names. But yeah, give me your opinions on Pep Guardiola as well in the chat, everybody. If you are watching it later on after the live, get me your comments on Pep. I know you probably did it on the other video that we put out yesterday, but still, like with all of this spending and everything going on right now, it just seems like the cure to the problem is little bit. The cure to the problem is spend money. Just pile money on him. I honestly don't get it. Like, I don't get the whole like love affair for Pep Guardiola. Like, if you need endless amounts of money spending on you to perform at the level that he has, then surely there's an element of coaching that's gone out of the window. Like, what is a good coach? Are you basing it off how he turns players around and how much money's made from them players from nothing? Or is it based on trophies? If it's trophies, then Pep wins, doesn't he? But this right now, when you've got the squad that he's got and where City are at right now, and he cannot get anything more out of these players, does it not bring into question what his actual max is and what his capabilities are? That's the concern I think I would have as a City fan. Yeah, it's great. We've got the great Guardiola, but we're going to need to give you another 150 million in January just to try and survive this season and maybe get into the Champions League. Really? Wow. Honestly, no, questions have to be asked. I'm saying it. I'm calling it out. I am calling it out. We've got a poll running in the chat right now, and I want you, because this is the next subject, please do tell me what you think and let me know what you think about the Arsenal game last night against Spurs. Is this Arsenal back in the title race? Where will Arsenal finish this season? First, second, third, fourth or lower? Third is 43%, winning the vote right now in our chat. I think second, personally. I do think second. But the question is there, are Arsenal back in a title race? All of a sudden, Arsenal fans from the week, which was losing the Carabao Cup semi-final, losing the third round of the FA Cup to Manchester United and Newcastle respectively, and it being doom and gloom and and Arteta needing to go, to back in a title race, everything's good. We've got Zubimendi. Where did that deal come from, by the way? Zubimendi. Seriously? Like, you need a striker, and all of a sudden, you announce, and this is what I think is giving the Arsenal fans a little bit of encouragement here right now, is that they've bought Zubimendi. They needed a striker. They've beaten Spurs after a bad week in the Cup. Liverpool dropped points, so they've closed the gap. And when you look at the league table right now, and where they've played a game more than Liverpool, and they are 4 points behind. And the interesting thing with Arsenal is what they have to do now is be consistent from now until the end of the season. And where they've only lost 2 games, it looks great. It does. It looks great. But they have drawn more games than anybody in the top 10, barring Brentford, who are 10th right now, who've got 9. Like, when you look at the table from 1st to 13th, Arsenal have got more draws. Arsenal are 4th when it comes to draws. 7 draws. That's where Arsenal have tripped themselves up. And this Arsenal train of thought, and like the Invincibles and everything that season, draws won't win you. Being invincible won't win you a title in this day and age. It won't. You can go unbeaten all you want, but draws will not win you the league. Arsenal need to start winning more games. That's the problem that they've got. And do you know what? 3rd from last game of the season is Liverpool-Arsenal. Here's one for you in the chat. By the time that game comes around, do you think Arsenal will still be in a title race? Because they're going to have to beat Liverpool at Anfield to win the title. That's what they're going to have to do. We have over 114 actually in the room with us. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the show. Please make sure you give the video a like. Let's get them likes up over 50, please, everybody, if you can. We're talking Liverpool's title charge. What are you saying, everybody? Let's see what we've got. Pep's talent ID is really in question. Clear talents like De Bruyne are easy to pick out. Finding a rough diamond, though, not sure if he is. I don't think he's got that in his skill set. No, I agree with that, Skiliano. Ready-made perfection, I think. Henry Long says, Adam, what is it this I have read that Arsenal are triggering the release clause of Gyökeres? Is it true? Your opinion, please. Look. Gyökeres is going to be wanted by many clubs in the summer, United being one of them. Just let it play out. Arsenal will not be able to buy Gyökeres yet, I don't think. We've just been talking there about Zubimendi and him coming into the club. I don't see it right now. I don't think they're in a position where they can actually just say, yeah, let's just get Gyökeres as well. I think there are certain clubs that Gyökeres can leave for after his second year in his contract. I think we've spoken about that on FUTV before, where he could go to certain clubs. I know United are one of them. I don't know about other clubs. I don't know who else is on that list, but I'm not too concerned about that at all. Arsenal have a foundation, but they're missing 1 or 2 world-class talents. Saka is good, but not capable of carrying Arsenal over the line to major trophies. Forest first, Scouse is second, Arsenal third, says Gray, in terms of the poll and what is happening. Look, I think Arsenal have got a chance, half a chance, 4 points behind. If Liverpool win the game in hand, which is Everton, you'd expect Liverpool to beat Everton, no disrespect. But that would take it to 7 then with the games that we've got left this season. What's that then? 17 games left to go. Still plenty of time, but can Arsenal be as consistent as what Liverpool are? Liverpool, are they on a blip? That's what you've got to ask right now. You look at the draw against us, the draw against Forest, and 4 points dropped in the last 2 games. This is their worst run of the season. And obviously they lost a cup game in between against Spurs as well. And let's not forget, they did draw with Fulham. That was down to 10 men for most of the game after Robertson was sent off in the first half. But there's another draw. 2 draws at Anfield. A draw away at Nottingham Forest. A defeat to Spurs. All within the last month for Liverpool. Is this their blip? That, I think, is the question. And can Arsenal keep up the momentum to keep the pressure on Liverpool in this title race? I don't know, is the answer. I don't think they will. I think you've always got that slip-up in Arsenal. There's always that Fulham away game. There's always the performance that they had against Newcastle, against United. They can't finish. They should have put that game to bed last night against Tottenham. But then Tottenham, in the last few minutes, have hitting the post. And it's heart and mouth time again for Arsenal. I just don't think they've got it. Personally, don't think that Arsenal will hold out. And they needed to sign someone. They need a striker now. Who is available? I mean, that brings us on to Brian Mbeumo. I mean, Brian Mbeumo is a target for United, a target for Arsenal. I think he could be a good player for Arsenal. But then Thomas Frank, they're not going to get any favours from anybody. They've missed out on Mwane. He's gone to Juve. Who else is out there? And all I'm hearing in transfer talks, in forums, and podcasts, on the radio, on TV, is that Arsenal are very, very calm. about the situation, about bringing a striker in January. I don't understand it. How can you be calm in this situation? I really don't get how Arsenal feel like they can just waltz through the rest of this season without buying a striker. Jesus is out for the season. He's gone. He wasn't that great anyway. Xhaka's missing for months, the forwards. Wanyeri, he's out as well with a hamstring now as well. He was the cover for Saka. So 3 key players missing there. Are you telling me Sterling? Did you watch Sterling last night? Arsenal fans were moaning. You could hear the moans. The general consensus was every time that he got the ball, everything slowed down. He doesn't fit Arsenal. He's a make weight. He is definitely not going to be the key to you challenging Liverpool in the later stages of this season. 100% not. T-Mill says Arsenal have that bozo gene firmly embedded within the fabric. Leo says if the Arsenal that play United and Newcastle in the Cup turns up at Anfield, they will be smashed. Yes, they will. Skiliano says if Newcastle keep their momentum going, I reckon they could overtake Arsenal in the league. Yeah, honestly, right now, like looking at the league table again, like Newcastle are firmly planted in at 4th in this table, now taking Chelsea this week. And you look at it, Newcastle are 5 points behind Arsenal in 2nd. There's serious challenge coming here from the Geordies. A massive credit needs to go down on Eddie Howe. We've not been able to spend anything and make the most out of this squad. Like, wow. Just wow. Well done to them. A couple of injuries for them, though. That's curtains. They are stretched to the max, and that is the same team playing week in, week out at the moment. There isn't much room for rotation with Newcastle, but they're getting the results. I think they will fall away. I do. I think they're in the top 4 chase. Obviously, you have to put them in there. And right now, you would say, when you look at it, from top to 5th, it's 10 points. Liverpool to Chelsea. And then you've got City on 35 and Villa on 35. It's very, very tight. Incredibly tight. But you would say between Arsenal, Forest, Newcastle, Chelsea, Man City and Villa, I think, they're your realistic Champions League challengers right there. Them teams. So what have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams fighting for 3 spots. Because I think 2nd is open. Arsenal can be taken. I look at Chelsea on 37. 6 points behind Arsenal. A win and a loss either way. That gap closes instantly. There are very, very good teams in this league this season with great attacks. I look at Chelsea, they're a bit lacklustre in attack. But Newcastle have got Isaac. They have got Wood in Forest. Sorry, Forest have got Wood. Obviously, you've got Haaland at City. You've got Watkins and Duran at Aston Villa. You've got teams that can beat anybody there. And the point was proven. So, yeah, that for me, I think, is why Arsenal will struggle. Because they've got to play these teams. They have to play these teams. Newcastle keep their momentum up. Yep, Skiliano, that is right. Arsenal badly need a striker. They won't win the league, especially if teams that get to grips with their set pieces. Yeah, it is like... Honestly, I said it to Zane this morning on the Super Chats on an FU TV show, a big Arsenal fan. What's the point in Arteta? Like, the set piece coach is actually bigger than Arteta right now. He's more important to them than the main coach. It's crazy. Adam, do you think Arsenal will move again for Sesko in the summer? Yes, I do. I think their target will be Sesko. Sesko's playing well this season. He's having a good season. Someone will definitely take him. And it is a selling summer for RB Leipzig, so let's look at that. But again, going back to the other striker then for Arsenal, Bryan Mbeumo not going to be sold by Brentford this month. That is definitely not happening. So that's going to be a summer transfer, so that's another striker gone. They need to make something happen. West Ham getting their first win under Graham Potter last night against Fulham. Are they safe? Are Everton in a crisis? Could Everton and David Moyes be playing in that stadium in the Championship next season? Can Everton survive? That's the question right now. Again, when you look at the Premier League and you look at that bottom race, Leicester, Southampton, I think are down. Even though Leicester are only 2 points adrift. Maybe, you don't know. A couple of wins, the Vardy factor, the feel-good factor, you might get something out of Leicester. But you look at Everton, they don't score goals. Southampton, who have got 6 points this season, 6 points, who are doomed, are only 3 goals behind Everton. Everton cannot score. They have got a big chance of going down. Like tonight, if Ipswich win tonight and they take points off Brighton, that's a tough ask, I know, but Ipswich have got a bit of form at the moment. They're doing well. I mean, when you look at it, they've got 7 points from the last 5. So it is turning around for Ipswich. If Ipswich beat Brighton, then Everton are 17th in the table. And that is 1 point, with only 5 in goal difference away from Wolves, who themselves have got 7 points out of the last 5 games as well. Everybody right now, like Everton in terms of form, are 3rd bottom. Everton in terms of goals scored, 2nd bottom. Like their defensive displays are all that are keeping them afloat right now. But like I said before, draws are not good enough for Everton right now. 3 wins out of 20. Wolves, who are in the relegation zone, have got more wins than that. Everton, are they in a crisis? Talk to me in the chat, everybody. Are they down? Jonathan David seems to be the logical solution for a couple of teams, namely us and Arsenal. I can't understand why there's not even a murmur about him. I know, Eric. It's a weird one, isn't it? It really is with Jonathan David. I think people are just waiting to take him on a free. If someone comes in for him, then someone might move. If someone makes a move in January, I think you might see a couple of other teams come to the fore. But past that, I don't know. I don't know why it's not. It's weird, isn't it? His form this season is brilliant as well. Forest certainly do have Wood. They're well up for it. Yes, they are. Stephen says that Forest team will be stripped in the summer. I don't know. They've got a rich owner. If they get in the Champions League, I don't know. I don't think they will. I agree, Adam. There's only 1 spot left in the relegation battle. Anthony's saying that Leicester and Southampton are both down. Adam, we are better. We are a better team than Arsenal. Ruben Amorim has the biggest task to install faith and belief in themselves. Once he achieves it, we will be unstoppable. I hope so, mate. Always liked Everton. Don't want them to go down. I think they need to go down. I think they need a taste of it, and then they can come back up. Like everyone else has dealt with it, but we need to be all over it. We need to be all over it now. Not like what am I on about? We need to be all over it. No, Everton need to be a part of it. They need to be tasting what it's like to go down, and I think they've diced with it for so long now. I think it's only right that they actually end up going down. They do. Over 40 likes. Thank you, everybody. Can you get that up to 50 before we finish in a moment? That would be amazing. Thank you, everybody, for being part of the show as well. Keep your comments coming in. Please make sure you have subscribed and liked the video, and you have got your comments in afterwards on all of the topics. Talk to me about City spending. Does Pep need multi-millions to keep his title of one of the best coaches on the planet? Are Everton going down? Can Arsenal actually make Champions League places? Never mind challenge for the title. And is it any surprise that Trent AlexanderArnold, a local Liverpool lad, wants to play for Real Madrid? I don't think it is. I think it's just what modern football is right now. You might be right, Adam. I guess it's down to who wants to stay. That's from Stephen. Jonathan David is moving to us this month. Adam, tell us it's true. It's true. It's coming this month. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But it makes complete sense, doesn't it? It does. Jonathan David, anywhere in the Premier League right now, my God. Like, I just look at United's situation for one and go, wow, 10 and a 9 for cheap. Zel Garnacho if you want to, United. If you don't, keep him. But still, I'd still go for Jonathan David now, even if we kept bleeding Garnacho. I think he's a brilliant replacement for Marcus Rashford. And then go out and get Gyökeres in the summer, or Osimhen in the summer, whoever you want to get. But he's just there right now, sitting there, and he's going to go somewhere for nothing in the summer. I'd be like, you know what? Let's just beat the clamour and go and get him now. Someone has to, surely. I'd be amazed if he went for free, unless he's already got an agreement in place and everybody knows it, and he's got his heart set on a certain club and he's already signed it up and nobody's cottoned onto it yet. I mean, that can happen in football, but yeah. And Mbeumo will leave in the summer as well for Brentford. Someone will buy him, definitely. And there's going to be an absolutely huge transfer window this summer as well. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually really happy that we've started Football Talks, the new channel, this year. Leading into obviously the end of this season and going into the transfer window. It's going to be really busy, and I'm really looking forward to doing more shows like this. Just want to say again, massive thank you everybody for joining us and being part of the show. Get your comments in underneath in the comment section once the video is finished. And I will see you all later on this evening. Road trip coming up on FUTV, plus all of the content and reaction outside of the stadium. Thank you, everybody. A busy morning over. Let's see this evening out, and let's see what the football brings tonight as well. Cheers, everyone.